Hi guys, welcome to Grammar and Writing Lesson 12. I hope you're doing well today. We are going to get started. So I hope you have your pencil and paper out, ready to go for vocabulary. The first word we're looking at is confidently. Confidently. This is, confianza. Confidently. The definition is to do something with full assurance or strong beliefs. So you do something with full assurance just means that you totally understand, you know what you want to do, and you are sure that that's what you want to do. You're seguro about it. Strong beliefs, that's what you creer in your mente, and that this creencia es fuerte, and you know that it's right. So an example, the computer technician confidently took apart the computer to fix the problem. So he's doing something, he's taking apart the computer, and he's confident about it. He knows that he's doing the right thing, he knows he's doing it correctly, confidently. The next one is confidentially. So see how they're similar, but they are different. There's different spelling. So confidently and confidentially. Okay, so the first one's confidently. The second one is confidentially. You get the difference? Confidently, confidentially. Confidentially just means secretly or privately. So something done secretly or privately is confidentially. Have you ever seen like a carpeta, a folder that says confidential on it? That's because it's secret, it's private. An example, the doctor spoke confidentially to the nurse about the patient's illness. So that's the thing, that doctors are not supposed to be telling everyone in the hospital about different patients and what's wrong with them. So he spoke confidentially. He spoke in secret, privately to her. All right, don't forget you need to be studying your vocabulary from weeks 1 through 2 for a quiz tomorrow. For this quiz, all you need is a piece of notebook paper, okay? Remember, don't forget to cut the little fringes off of the paper so that it's just a nice straight piece of paper. Looking very nice. I got some homework back from you guys today, and I had a lot of good homework where you had taken care to cut your edges off, so great job. Excellent. Okay, so make sure you're only studying those from weeks 1 through 2. You don't need yesterday's or today's for your quiz. Now, you do need to fill in the blank here with the correct vocabulary word, so get out a piece of paper to do that. Don't forget, this part here that we're about to do, you don't need to send back to me at the end of these 2 weeks. All I need is the picture today of that. So number 1, the courageous student spoke blank in front of the class. How would he speak? Would he speak confidently or confidentially? Number 2, he whispered blank that he had declared bankruptcy and moved to another state. So how would he whisper that? Would he whisper that confidently, or would he whisper that confidentially, secretly? All right, got it all filled in? If not, pause your video and do that now. All right, number 1, the courageous student spoke confidently in front of the class. So it would have been with full assurance that he's doing what he's supposed to do, he's prepared, he is ready to go. Number 2, he whispered confidentially that he had declared bankruptcy and moved to another state. So he would do this secretly. He doesn't want a lot of people to hear that he's bankrupt, that he has no money. All right, let's get started with our grammar parts of the lesson. So we're talking about capitalization. Capitalization. Rule number 1, capitalize proper nouns. Proper nouns. Well, what's a proper noun? Well, we have to start with common nouns. Common nouns are nouns that do not name a specific person, place, or thing, okay? So you're talking about just things in general, not anyone or anything specific, específico, no, just general. Proper nouns, those do name a specific person, place, or thing. It's very, you're talking about one person, you mean this one, it's very específico, okay? Let's talk about some examples of common nouns versus proper nouns. First one, if your common noun is country, country, your proper noun might be Excuse me, frog in my throat. Okay, so your common noun is country, your proper noun, Great Britain. So country, that's very general. You're not talking about a specific place. There's many countries in the world. But Great Britain, that's one specific place, one specific country. Lake, that's very general. Could be any lake. Lake Michigan, you're only talking about one specific lake. There's only one that you could be referring to. So you need to capitalize all the parts of its name, both lake and Michigan. Day, a proper version is Friday, a specific day. Month is a common noun. You're talking about any month. The proper noun, January. Common noun, girl. Could be any girl. Could be Marcy, Michelle, Ruby, Layla, Ismar, anybody. But our proper noun is Layla. We're talking specifically about Layla. Hi, Layla. Okay, book. Again, there's lots of books. Lots of books in this world. You have a ton of books that I gave you to do your homework. So lots of books. But if you want to talk about a specific one, how about David Copperfield? Would be one specific book. All right, let's take a look at the next part of this rule. When a common noun such as lake, river, mountain, street, or school, or any other common noun like that is part of a proper noun, so it's like the title of something, something's name, we capitalize it as in the examples below. University, that's a word for school, you know, whenever you see that. Boston University, that is the proper noun for university, for that particular university. It's its name. Ocean, Arctic Ocean, so that's a particular ocean. The word ocean there is part of the name, so we put it together, Arctic Ocean, and we capitalize it because it's part of the name. Family, when it's part of the name of a family, when you're talking about that particular family, like Martina's family, then you want to capitalize it. Sorry guys, Marcy texted me. Hi Marcy! Okay, so this is part of the name of their family, Martina's family, so you want to capitalize that. Canal. A canal, you know, it's a man-made river almost. So just when you're talking about any old canal, you would not capitalize it. But when it's part of the title of a specific one, you do. For example, Panama Canal. Mountain, same thing. In the name, Appalachian Mountains. It's a particular mountain range, so you need to capitalize it. But when it's by itself, you don't. Hemisphere. Hemisphere talks about one half of the earth. So we have the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. We have the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere is the top half of the earth. The southern hemisphere is the bottom half. The eastern hemisphere is the east half and the western hemisphere is the west half. Do you know which hemisphere you're considered to be in? It's the western hemisphere. We are in the western hemisphere. So when we talk about our hemispheres, when we name them specifically, we want to capitalize them. But if you're just talking about a hemisphere, you're just talking about half of a sphere. And so in general, we don't capitalize it. Okay. When the following small words are part of a proper noun, oops, now Saeed's texting me. Hi, Saeed. Okay, when the following small words are part of a proper noun, we do not capitalize them unless they are the first or final word. First word, starting it off, or the final word, ending it. So these are the little words: a, and, at, but, by, for, from, if, in, into, of, on, the, to, with. No, you don't need to memorize them, but you do need to be familiar with them. That these words are words that we don't capitalize unless they are at the beginning or at the end of a title of something. Okay, unless they're the first or final words of something's title, something's name. Okay? For example, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. The starts off your title, so you want to capitalize it. Then we have adventures, that would be a normal word in a title that you would capitalize. Then you have the little word of. It's not the first word, it's not the last word, so it's not capitalized. Then you have Tom Sawyer. Those are all important words. They are names. Part of the title needs to be capitalized. Bank of America. So this is the name of a bank. It's its title, its name. So you capitalize the important words, which would be bank and America, and then that little word of, it doesn't start or end the title, so it's not capitalized. Richard the Lionhearted. That's a title for one of the kings of England. That was kind of his nickname. So Richard and Lionhearted, those are the big important words. The word the, it doesn't come at the beginning or at the end. It's right there in the middle, so it's not capitalized. Okay, rule number 2. The first word of every sentence requires a capital letter. Okay, every sentence, when you start it, you have to have a capital letter starting your sentence. The practice of giving gifts on designated wedding anniversaries began in Germany. So here the word the starts your sentence. So you have to capitalize the. After 25 years of marriage, the silver anniversary occurs. So the word after starts your sentence. So you capitalize the A and after. Now, some of you guys don't like to capitalize your stuff, or you don't like to capitalize it or put a period. You don't like to recognize it as a sentence. Remember, if it has a subject and a verb and it is a complete thought, then it's a sentence and you need to have it capitalized. 50 years of marriage is marked by the golden anniversary. So 50 starts your sentence, capitalize the F. Rule number 3. The pronoun I is always capitalized, no matter where it is placed in the sentence. So you may have noticed when you try to type things, if you type I and you forget to capitalize it, as soon as you press the space, typically your computer or your phone will fix it and will capitalize it for you because the pronoun is always, always capitalized. Now don't be lazy and just expect your phone to correct it. Get into the habit of even typing it capitalized so that when you are writing, you also write it as capitalized. I shall carve a statue of magnificent stature. So what this is saying is I will carve a statue. Magnificent stature is a very tall height, so it would be big and tall. You would capitalize the word I there. It's at the beginning of the sentence, but it is also I, so it's always capitalized. Shall I call the orthodontist about my crooked teeth? An orthodontist is a doctor who puts braces on you to straighten your teeth. There we have I capitalized. No one needs orthotics as much as I. Orthotics would be the fixing of your teeth. And it didn't matter there that I is at the end of the sentence, it's still capitalized no matter where it is. All right, rule 4. The first words of each line in most poetry are usually capitalized. Some poets purposely do not capitalize their first words. They do this for stylization, so that it doesn't break the sentence pattern, whatever it might be. But generally, the first words of each line of poetry are capitalized. So when in doubt, go ahead and capitalize it. The panther is like a leopard, except it hasn't been peppered. Should you behold a leopard crouch, prepare to say, ouch. Better yet, if called by a panther, don't answer. Okay, so this is actually a really funny little poem, and I'm sorry, but ouch should have a U in there. Sorry about that, that's my bad. Okay, so the panther is like a leopard, it says, except it hasn't been peppered. So you know a leopard has spots. A panther is all black. Really, a panther is a type of leopard. It just doesn't have the spots that a leopard has. It's all black. So that's what it means. It hasn't been peppered. So, you know, like pimiento, that's what I'm talking about, peppered. We use that term to talk about things that animals with little spots or any pattern with little spots, we can say it's peppered because, you know, pimiento has those little black dots. That's what it looks like. So the panther is just like a leopard, except it hasn't been peppered. Should you behold a leopard crouch? So if it gets down, that means it's about to spring, right, and pounce on you. Prepare to say, ouch. Sorry, I'm so sorry, I forgot the U. Okay, prepare to say ouch. So, right, it would not be a pleasant thing if a panther leaped on you. Better yet, if called by a panther, don't answer. That's just, it's a funny way of the poet, instead of writing answer, responder, Don't anther, so they misspelled it, so it rhymes with panther. So it's supposed to be a little funny. If it's not, sorry. Okay, but notice each line is capitalized in accordance with the rule. So let's practice. Write down each word that is missing a capital letter in these sentences. Cape Morris K. Jessup, I believe, is the most northern point of land. Pause the video if you need to write down the word that's missing the capital letter. Word or words. This cape is located on the northeastern extremity of Greenland. One of the main characters is Huckleberry Finn. Have you read Where the Red Fern Grows? The Smith family cruised from Catalina Island to Ensenada, Mexico. The Irish celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Okay, you have all your answers written down. Let's start with number 1. Cape Morris K. Jessup, I believe, is the most northern point of land. You need to capitalize I, because we always capitalize I no matter where in the sentence it is. The pronoun I is always capitalized. Number 2, this cape is located on the northeastern extremity of Greenland. We need to capitalize this because it's the first word of the sentence. One of the main characters is Huckleberry Finn. So we capitalize Huckleberry and Finn because that's his name. Both parts are his name, so you need to capitalize both words. Have you read Where the Red Fern Grows? Where the Red Fern Grows is the title of a book. It's a proper noun, so you need to capitalize all parts of the proper noun except that little word the, since it does not start or end your title. Number 5, the Smith family cruised from Catalina Island to Ensenada, Mexico. Smith family, that needs to be capitalized because it's their name. So you capitalize both Smith and family. You also need to capitalize Catalina Island and Ensenada, Mexico. Catalina Island is the name of an island, and Ensenada, Mexico, you have a city and a country. So you need to capitalize those. The Irish celebrate St. Patrick's Day. You need to capitalize Irish, because that's a group of people, a particular group of people. And St. Patrick's Day, all part of this holiday, because it is a particular holiday. You're not just saying any old holiday, you're saying St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so your homework is to complete More Practice Lesson 5, page 86. So look for that in your binder. You should have gotten that yesterday with your tarea. So More Practice Lesson 5, page 86. Alrighty, I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to study for your vocab quiz tomorrow. Bye.